Hi friends, week 18 is over and done. It's hard to believe that it's already over. I think I said this in the last video, like time is just flying by and it's just crazy how fast the weeks are just flying by. So week 18 using the formula, um, it's been a great week. Things are just getting better and better following Bashar's formula. Try to always keep it front and center in my mind as I'm going through my day. A lot of my day I feel like is already planned based on choices that I've already made. So I'm still teaching and I'm enjoying it. I'm really having fun with it. I'm teaching ancient civilizations for those of you who may be new to the channel. And I just love that. I'm so excited about it because whenever Bashar, whenever ETs, we have open contact, ETs are going to give us the real story about our history. And I feel like that's going to come along and I'm actually going to be in the classroom whenever that happens. And to me, that's super exciting. And I am very interested in learning about ancient civilizations, and I am passionate about designing fun lessons for the kids. And I started this week. One of the things that I've been wanting to do is just time, I think, is, the issue as far as like of all these things that I'm passionate about, but I have to make choices as far as what I'm going to be spending my time on. And one of the things that I've been wanting to do is to really think about ways that I can apply story structure in what I'm teaching, because Bashar talks about how story structure is embedded in everything. Like we ourselves are a story. As far as, we're like the hero of our own story, and we come across challenges and we have to solve them. And anyway, he has a long teaching that he does on story structure, so I'll link that below so that you can go straight to the source and if you want to learn more about what Bashar talks about as far as that goes. But in my own class, what I did was I used my friend AI to help me, and it was an introductory lesson to the geography of ancient Egypt. And so I wanted it to be kind of mysterious, but I also wanted to use a story structure, and then I also had to use the state standards that I'm required to teach. So I plugged a prompt into AI, and then it came back with an amazing lesson. And the way that it works is students had to solve little clues in order to figure out the puzzle, which was a treasure that was buried, in the Nile, or in Egypt, and it ended up being the Nile River was the treasure, because the Nile is, Egypt is the gift of the Nile. So anyway, it was fun. I'm probably not explaining it very well. The point is that I am thinking about Bashar's teachings and how I can apply that with the kids that I work with in a public school setting, because I do have to teach the curriculum, I do have to teach the standards, but there are different ways that you can go about it to make it more fun. So I actually used I used the same standards, I used the textbook, I used the materials, I used all of that, but I was still able to bring in story structure and use Bashar's teachings in my career. So that's amazing, and I want to do more stuff like that. Like tonight, I can't wait to get home and plan tomorrow's lesson. So that's how excited I am about it. I know some of you are probably thinking I'm crazy and a big nerd and all that, and yes, I probably am a big nerd, but that's what I like to do. So this week, the challenge I think has been more related to time than anything. I have a new grandbaby, and so I want to spend time with her. I also have a grandson that I'm trying to help out with in the evenings as much as I can. But then I have a house, I have a full-time job, I have a teenager, senior in high school that's still at home. So there's a lot going on. 2 dogs that I take care of. There's a lot going on, and I can feel overwhelmed or rushed sometimes, or like I don't have enough time. So I just have to remind myself that all of the things that are in my life right now, and this is completely true, they're all things that I really love and enjoy and I'm passionate about. And so, you know, I may tonight, for example, I want to go home and do this fun lesson, but I also want to go and spend time with my grandson. So I will have to do what Bashar suggests, is whenever I get to that point where I need to make a choice on what I want to do, then I need to do which one feels more exciting than the other one. And you just keep following that little formula whenever you get to a point where you have a choice to make. Obviously, working during the day, you know, I've already made that choice, and that's something that I have to do. So I don't really have a choice so much as far as whether or not I want to go to work. But within work, I have choices about what I can do, somewhat. Sometimes I have things that I have to go, meetings I have to go to, and so on. But getting back to what I was saying about being busy, just realize that whatever, you know, didn't get done that day actually didn't need to get done, as long as you're following the formula. Definitely honor your commitments. He talks about that. Like if you have kids to feed and you have, you know, bills to pay and things like that, even though it might not feel good to do that certain chore, you have already committed to do that and you have an agreement. So you need to honor your commitments and your agreements. But all the other times, try to follow the formula as much as you can, which is what I've been doing, and things are amazing. The other thing this week that a challenge that has come up has been my diet, and I can't believe it's been almost a month since I quit alcohol. And that's what I mean about time just flying by. It seems to me like it was 2 weeks ago. And so I actually looked back through my phone, the pictures and the videos in my phone, because I couldn't remember exactly when it was. And that was, I did that on August 31st is when I took my last drink. And so it's been a whole month almost. I think tomorrow will be a month that I haven't had any alcohol, and I have not missed it. I have been around it. Like this weekend I was around it a couple of times, and I would normally have a glass of wine or two, or have a bottle or whatever at family get-togethers and when we go out to dinner and things like that. And I didn't have anything, and I didn't really miss it. In fact, at one family get-together, I left and it was about 10 o'clock at night, and I probably, if I was drinking wine, may have stayed later, but I went home and still felt a little bit energetic, and actually did some things around the house where if I was drinking wine, that would have never happened. I would have just come home and like crashed out and would have probably had a terrible night's sleep because of it. So I quit alcohol, and then I find that I am eating more than I did before. I think the drinking, you know, I would drink alcohol, and so I didn't want to eat. And after the alcohol, I would make poor food choices, but I feel like I didn't eat as much whenever I was drinking as I am now. Like now I'm really making my meals or hitting mealtime at every meal. And I find that I'm gaining a little bit of weight, and I'm not as energetic, and I want to work on that. So I have committed, and I've decided that one of my passions is to look and feel my best for my age, whatever that may mean. I mean, I would like to look good in a swimsuit whenever I go sailing in the summer, or when I'm, you know, out and about in my swimsuit. I want to look good. So I've made a commitment to follow a nutrition plan, and that includes working out for 5 days a week, doing cardio 30 minutes 5 days a week, which is not bad. I love to walk my dogs and get outside, so that's not going to be a problem. And then incorporating resistance training, 3 total body workout or whole body workouts, which are going to be about 60 minutes each. So I'm going to ease into that workout. And then the nutrition plan includes high protein, low carb, eating fruits and vegetables and kind of, you know, cutting back on the dairy, not really eating sweets. So I'm going to do that 6 days a week, and then one day during the week I'm going to have a cheat day where I just eat like how I want to eat, within reason. Obviously I'm not going to go out and eat like 10 candy bars or anything that day, but I do, like if I'm craving chocolate, then I could tell myself, oh, I'll have that on Saturday. So I feel comfortable that I could do that, and so I'm excited about making those changes and starting to move towards my goal. So that's this week. That has been my challenge as far as my diet and not really feeling like I have enough time. And what Bashar says about making a change, like I did as far as quitting alcohol, and then also this new change about, you know, being the fit and healthier version of myself, is that you can just decide that that's who you want to be, and then just be that person. Think like that person, do the things that person does, and then eventually you will be that person. And to me, that's so empowering. That's like a great way to make a change, not to think that you have to go through this whole process and, oh, it's going to be so hard and this and that. Just decide that you want to do it, and then just do it. It's that easy. Obviously, if I find myself slipping back and making choices that are not in alignment with my goal, then I need to question my belief system. Like, what would I have to believe in order to be eating this piece of chocolate right now at the time that I had agreed that I wasn't going to eat it? So if those things come up, then I am going to deal with those, you know, if they do. But yeah, like I said, I feel excited about it. I feel pretty passionate about a lot of the things that I'm doing in my life right now. I mean, there's really nothing that's going on in my life that I don't really love and want to be there. So yeah, week 18, things are going great, and I hope that you will, if you like this video, then please give it a thumbs up, and then subscribe to my channel if you're interested in seeing more videos like this, and then share your experience with Bashar and the changes that you're making and how his teachings are helping you along the way. And that's it for this week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great week.